The galaxy is on the brink of destruction. For years, the Tari Empire, a ruthless alien race, has waged a brutal war against humanity. Their fleets are massive, their soldiers genetically enhanced, and their AI-controlled warships are nearly invincible. Earth and its allies have been fighting back, but the odds are overwhelming. The Tari have already obliterated human colonies, and now, only one human fleet remains. As the humans prepare for their final stand, a sudden transmission breaks through the noise of war. It's from a distant, forgotten colony, deep in space. The message is simple but carries a weight of hope: a new fleet is on the way. Just as despair begins to settle in, the impossible happens. A ship, unlike anything humanity has ever seen, appears on the outer edge of Tari space. This is no ordinary ship, it's a vessel of unimaginable power, and it's heading straight toward Earth. The humans, it seems, still have a secret weapon. The Tari Empire laughs. Humans. The same weak, primitive species they've crushed before. They don't believe it, dismissing the threat as nothing more than a blip in their galactic conquest. As the Tari fleet moves closer to Earth, preparing to launch the final assault, something unexpected happens. The first human ships decloak in orbit, revealing their true power. The Tari watch in stunned silence as the human fleet emerges from the shadows. This is not the weak, unprepared force they expected. These ships are equipped with cloaking technology, advanced AI, and weapons capable of matching, if not surpassing, the Tari's own. The Tari, filled with arrogance until now, begin to realize the truth: they are no longer the dominant force in the galaxy. The humans have come prepared, and they are ready for war. Without warning, the Tari unleash their full might on Earth. Orbital bombardments rain down on the planet, shaking cities and leaving craters where once there was life. The ground trembles, and the skies burn as the Tari make their move to destroy humanity once and for all. But the humans don't retreat. Instead, they strike back. Small, cloaked fighter ships dart in and out of the chaos, attacking the Tari with pinpoint precision. Laser grids light up the sky, forming a deadly net that traps the Tari ships in a battle they never anticipated. Human warships, controlled by advanced AI, launch relentless attacks on the Tari fleet, turning the tide of battle. The Tari, for the first time, find themselves on the defensive. The humans have something they never expected: a technology that challenges everything the Tari thought they knew. These humans are not the underdogs they once believed. They are a force to be reckoned with. At the heart of the human fleet stands Colonel Bonner, a seasoned commander with a lifetime of battle scars. Watching as his soldiers fight with everything they have, he feels the weight of the situation pressing down on him. This isn't just a battle for survival, it's a battle for humanity's place in the galaxy. Every soldier who steps into the line of fire is risking their life for the future of Earth. Bonner's closest friend, Sergeant Gray, stands by his side. The two have fought countless battles together, but this one feels different. They know that not all of them will make it out alive. As they prepare for their next strike, Sergeant Gray turns to Bonner and says, "This isn't just a fight for our survival, it's a fight for our legacy." Those words hit Bonner hard. The stakes are higher than ever. This fight is not just for their generation, but for every human to come. As Bonner watches soldiers deploy into the chaos, he knows that sacrifices will be made. The soldiers he has trained, led, and come to trust will face unimaginable dangers. Some of them may never come back. The human fleet has given everything it has in the fight against the Tari. But the battle is far from over. Bonner's mind races as he faces the harsh reality that victory will come at a heavy cost. He must make impossible decisions that could change the course of the war forever. And yet, despite the odds, there's a sense of determination that burns in his chest. He won't let humanity fall without a fight. As Bonner stands ready to lead his forces into the heart of the Tari assault, the thought of loss lingers in his mind. He knows that every step forward could be the last for some of his soldiers. But one thing is clear: this is humanity's moment. The humans may have been underdogs, but they are no longer the prey, they are the hunters. The war is escalating. The humans are fighting for their survival, but the stakes are higher than anyone realized. Colonel Bonner stands on the command bridge, staring at the chaotic battlefield unfolding across the stars. The Tari Empire, which once only aimed to conquer Earth, has now revealed its true purpose: extermination. The Tari are preparing to deploy their final weapon, a massive superweapon designed to burn the very core of Earth. It's nearly ready. This weapon will destroy everything humanity has built, turning the planet into nothing more than a dead husk floating in space. As the human fleet continues to fight valiantly, time is running out. Bonner knows that if they don't act soon, Earth will be lost forever. There is no time to wait for reinforcements. The planet's fate hangs in the balance, and the humans must strike while the Tari are distracted with their all-out assault on the surface. On the ground, small resistance groups have formed, led by the survivors of the first attacks. These groups are scattered across Earth, fighting with whatever weapons they can find, relying on their courage and ingenuity to hold off the Tari. They don't have much, only the will to survive. But their efforts are vital. Every bit of resistance, every delay caused to the Tari, buys Bonner and his fleet a little more time. The humans must take action now before the Tari superweapon becomes operational. The battle on Earth's surface rages on. Human soldiers, armed with cloaking devices and advanced weapons, sneak behind enemy lines. They infiltrate Tari supply stations, cutting off vital resources and disrupting the Tari's military operations. Fast-paced ground combat erupts as they encounter Tari patrols. Blasters fire, explosions echo through the streets, and smoke fills the air as humans and Tari clash. In the midst of this chaos, Bonner prepares a high-risk counterstrike against the Tari mothership. This plan is dangerous, with no guarantee of success. Bonner's objective is clear: take out the Tari superweapon before it can destroy Earth. But to do this, he will need to infiltrate the heart of the enemy's operations, navigating through layers of enemy defenses, AI-controlled sentries, and armed Tari soldiers. Meanwhile, the humans' cloaked fighters continue to disrupt the Tari's coordination in space. The Tari thought they had the upper hand, but they are now realizing that the humans' tactics, their ingenuity, and their relentless spirit are not to be underestimated. For every Tari ship that falls, for every battle won, the humans get one step closer to halting the destruction of their world. But time is not on their side. The countdown to the activation of the Tari superweapon continues. The final moments of humanity's existence are drawing near. Colonel Bonner stands in front of the map of the battlefield, his mind racing. His heart is heavy, weighed down by the decisions he's about to make. The war has taken so much from them already: too many lives lost, too many brave soldiers who have sacrificed everything for the survival of humanity. But now, as he prepares for this final strike, it feels like the weight of the world is on his shoulders. Bonner's right-hand man, Sergeant Gray, is beside him, ready for the next mission. The two have been through countless battles together, but this one feels different. There's a sense of finality in the air. They both know that this mission might be their last. As the two men exchange a brief look, Bonner can see the worry in Gray's eyes, the same worry that's been there for days. He can feel the same fear in his own chest, but he hides it behind a mask of resolve. The plan is set. Gray's squad is to accompany Bonner on the mission to infiltrate the Tari mothership and disable the superweapon. The humans know it's a suicide mission. There is no way to know if they'll make it out alive, but they must try. As they fight their way through enemy lines, Gray is critically injured. The explosion from a Tari grenade sends him flying, and Bonner rushes to his side. It's too late. Gray's injuries are fatal. Bonner holds his friend's hand, but he knows it won't help. Gray's last words are simple but heartfelt: don't let them win. Bonner stands up, bloodied and broken, staring at the Tari forces that still loom ahead. His friend is gone. But his words echo in Bonner's mind: urging him to keep moving forward. The fight isn't over yet. The Tari may have taken his friend, but they won't take Earth. Bonner's resolve hardens, and with his squad behind him, he pushes forward. In that moment, Bonner understands the true cost of this war. It's not just the lives lost, it's the lives that will never get to see the world they're fighting for. The choice is clear now: humanity's future is worth the sacrifice, no matter the cost. And Bonner will make sure that his friend's death isn't in vain. The Tari superweapon begins its ominous countdown. The hum of the massive weapon vibrates through the air, a constant reminder that Earth's days are numbered. Humanity's remaining fleet, battered and bloodied from the earlier battles, desperately fights to defend their home planet. But despite their bravery, the Tari are pushing them to the edge of extinction. Colonel Bonner knows that the only way to stop the destruction is to strike at the heart of the Tari mothership, where the superweapon is housed. But there's no time for reinforcements, no room for error. His team, what's left of them, has been given the most dangerous of missions: infiltrate the mothership, find the superweapon, and disable it before it can finish its countdown. Time is running out. The final moments of Earth's existence hang by a thread. But Bonner and his team have no choice. The fate of humanity rests on their shoulders. Bonner's team pushes forward, cloaked in near-perfect invisibility, infiltrating the heart of the Tari mothership. The corridors are dark, the air thick with the smell of machinery and alien technology. Every corner could hide an enemy soldier or a deadly automated defense system. But Bonner and his team are prepared. Their cloaking devices work flawlessly, allowing them to slip past enemy patrols undetected, until they don't. Suddenly, an explosion shakes the ship. The Tari have detected something. The cloaking devices begin to flicker under the strain of combat, making their presence known. Alien soldiers rush in from all sides, their weapons raised and ready. Bonner's team fights back with deadly precision, their blasters lighting up the darkness as they take down the Tari one by one. The ship is a maze of metal corridors and dimly lit control rooms. Every step forward feels like a step closer to certain death. The Tari are everywhere, their soldiers relentless and their automated defenses nearly impossible to avoid. But Bonner's team refuses to back down. They push forward, fighting through waves of Tari soldiers, each confrontation more intense than the last. In one particularly tense moment, Bonner and his team are cornered in a narrow hallway by a group of Tari soldiers and security drones. The hum of the drones' energy shields and the rapid fire of their blasters fill the air as the humans scramble for cover. Bonner knows that they can't hold out for long. The countdown to the superweapon's activation is ticking, and every second spent fighting is one less chance they have to stop it. As the countdown nears its final minutes, Bonner is faced with a heart-wrenching decision. His team is close, so close, to reaching the superweapon's core, but they are surrounded. The Tari forces have trapped them in the heart of the mothership. The ship's automated defenses are closing in, and Bonner knows there's only one way out: sacrifice the mission. He is faced with a choice no commander should ever have to make. He can order his team to push forward, risking their lives to complete the mission and potentially stop the superweapon in time. But they are outnumbered, and the Tari are closing in fast. If they keep going, it could mean their deaths. Alternatively, Bonner could order a retreat. His team could fall back to safety, but the superweapon would activate, and Earth would be lost. The weight of this decision presses down on Bonner's chest. Every life he's commanded, every soldier who's fought alongside him, flashes before his eyes. Do I risk everything for a slim chance at survival? In a split second, Bonner makes his choice. He orders his team to push forward, ignoring the risk of failure. There's no other option. The survival of humanity depends on them reaching the superweapon before it's too late. As Bonner's team advances deeper into the mothership, the tension grows. The soldiers know that every step they take brings them closer to the heart of the Tari's final weapon, but it also brings them closer to death. The memories of those they've lost, like Sergeant Gray, are fresh in their minds. Each soldier's face is filled with determination, but there's a hint of fear beneath their masks. One by one, soldiers fall in the line of duty. The explosions and blaster fire tear through the halls, and the screams of dying Tari soldiers mix with the sounds of human soldiers fighting for their lives. Bonner's heart breaks with each loss. He knows that every fallen soldier takes a piece of him with them. The final moments of each soldier's life are shown in vivid detail. Corporal Richards, a young recruit who only wanted to make a difference, is taken by an explosion as he covers his team's retreat. Sergeant Morales, the quiet veteran, sacrifices himself to take down a Tari heavy gunner, giving Bonner's team a chance to move forward. Through it all, Gray's last words echo in Bonner's mind, "Don't let them win." Those words fuel his every move, his every decision. Bonner understands now that this fight is bigger than just defeating the Tari. It's about the future of humanity. It's about honor, sacrifice, and the will to survive against impossible odds. The storm of war has been unleashed, and Bonner will make sure that it won't be for nothing. The human team pushes forward into the heart of the Tari mothership. The final confrontation is just ahead. But in this moment, as Bonner steps over the bodies of his fallen comrades, he knows this mission may cost him everything. Yet, there's no turning back. The fate of Earth depends on their success, the final moments are upon them. The heart of the Tari mothership lies just ahead, but a chilling obstacle stands between Bonner and victory, the alien AI Guardian, a deadly and intelligent force that has been protecting the superweapon all this time. It's unlike any enemy Bonner has faced before, cold, calculating, and relentless. Bonner knows that this is the moment where everything changes. The Tari superweapon is ready to fire, and if it does, Earth will be reduced to ashes. The clock is ticking, and Bonner's team is on the verge of success. But to reach that success, Bonner must confront the AI Guardian alone. His team can't help. They're working to disable the superweapon, and it's up to Bonner to clear the path. The AI Guardian steps forward, its glowing red eyes locking onto Bonner. It speaks in a voice that is cold, mechanical, yet filled with disdain for the humans. "You think you can defeat the Tari?" it asks. "You are nothing." Bonner tightens his grip on his weapon. "We're more than nothing," he mutters, ready to face his most dangerous enemy yet. The battle begins with an explosion of blaster fire. The AI Guardian is quick, faster than Bonner anticipated. Its movements are precise, calculated, and its strength is overwhelming. Every strike Bonner makes is countered by the AI's almost perfect reflexes. Its body is a mesh of advanced Tari technology, designed to overwhelm anything that stands in its way. Bonner fights back with everything he has left. His grenades are his last resort, and he uses them wisely, tossing them with expert precision to create openings. The explosions reverberate through the chamber, temporarily disabling the AI's shields, but it's not enough to stop it. The AI regains its composure quickly, its armored body resisting Bonner's attacks. Bonner is wounded, his energy is waning, but his will to protect humanity is stronger than ever. As the AI presses on, Bonner's mind races. He has one last trick up his sleeve, a final strategy that will give his team the chance they need to disable the superweapon. The AI moves in for the kill, and Bonner knows that his time is running out. In a desperate move, he activates a concealed EMP device, causing a surge of energy to disable the AI's circuits. The Guardian falters for a brief moment, just enough time for Bonner to land a decisive blow. He takes advantage of the AI's vulnerability, smashing its control core and finally disabling it. The Guardian collapses, its last breath a static hiss of broken circuits. But the victory comes at a price. Bonner is severely injured, his body battered and bloodied from the brutal fight. He knows that even though the AI is defeated, the cost of his actions has been heavy. As the AI Guardian falls, Bonner hears the familiar voice of his team in his comms, "Superweapon is offline, Colonel. We've done it. We've won." There's a brief moment of relief, but it's fleeting. Bonner can barely stand, his vision blurred and his breath shallow. With the AI Guardian down, the team races to complete their task. The superweapon powers down, its countdown halting just seconds before Earth's destruction. The sky above Earth, which had been clouded with the threat of annihilation, begins to clear. The humans have won. They've stopped the Tari. But as Bonner's team celebrates the victory, he knows that it has come at an unbearable cost. The price of this battle is written in the faces of the soldiers he's lost along the way. Sergeant Gray, Corporal Richards, Sergeant Morales, all those who gave their lives for this moment. The lives of these soldiers are etched deeply into Bonner's soul. Bonner's thoughts flash through the memories of the men and women who fought beside him. Each death weighs heavily on his heart. Gray's sacrifice, Richard's youthful enthusiasm cut short, Morales' quiet strength, all their faces are there in Bonner's mind. The battle for Earth may have been won, but it feels hollow. As he collapses to the floor of the mothership, the pain in his chest grows stronger. His body has taken too much damage, and his strength is fading. But in the midst of his agony, Bonner smiles faintly. His team succeeded. They stopped the Tari superweapon. They saved humanity. He pulls out a small device from his jacket, his final message to Earth. With shaking hands, he presses a button, sending a transmission back to the homeworld. Humanity is more than just survival. It's about sacrifice, courage, and the will to keep fighting, no matter the odds. We are more than just survivors. We are the future. Bonner's vision fades, and the last breath leaves his body. But in his final moments, there is peace. The Tari may have been defeated, but humanity's strength, its determination, has proven to be far greater than the Empire ever imagined. They have won, but the cost has been everything. As Bonner's message echoes through the stars, it becomes clear, the war is over. Humanity has triumphed, and their legacy will live on in the hearts of all who fought for it. The war is over. Earth is saved. Humanity has emerged victorious, but the cost has been devastating. The Tari Empire, once a force that struck fear across the galaxy, lies in ruins. The Tari superweapon has been destroyed, and their fleet scattered to the far reaches of space. Yet, as humanity stands victorious, the galaxy watches closely. The survivors of the Tari Empire may be defeated, but the ripple effects of this war will echo for generations. No longer are humans seen as weak or helpless. They have proven themselves capable of standing up to the most powerful empire the galaxy has ever known. Humanity's reputation has forever changed. The galaxy now knows them as something more than just survivors, they are a force to be reckoned with. In the aftermath of the battle, the human fleet doesn't slow down. They begin hunting down the remnants of the Tari fleet that managed to escape. These scattered warships pose a lingering threat, and humanity's determination is unwavering. A swift and relentless pursuit ensues, ensuring that the Tari will never rise again. With each ship destroyed, humanity's grip on the galaxy grows stronger, sending a clear message to any who would challenge them. Meanwhile, back on Earth, human leaders begin to rebuild. It's not just a matter of restoring what was lost, but of forging a new future. New alliances are made with other species who have watched humanity's rise with interest. Alien races that once dismissed humans as primitive now approach with respect, seeking cooperation and peace. Humanity's influence begins to spread, and it is no longer just Earth's future at stake. The dawn of a new era has begun. Humanity is no longer the underdog. They have proven they are capable of standing tall, facing the impossible, and emerging victorious. The survivors of Earth know that their journey is just beginning. Now, they are not only fighting for survival, they are fighting to protect the galaxy itself. Humanity's role as guardians is born from the sacrifices of those who fought and died in the war. The warriors of the past, like Colonel Bonner, have ensured that humanity has a place in the future. With new alliances and new enemies on the horizon, humans are ready to face the challenges of this new era head-on. As humanity rebuilds, the cost of the victory begins to sink in. A memorial service is held for the fallen soldiers, those brave men and women who gave their lives for the survival of Earth. Colonel Bonner, Sergeant Gray, Corporal Richards, and many others are honored with a ceremony that resonates deeply with everyone who fought in the war. The names of the fallen are etched into history, their sacrifices forever remembered. It is a somber moment, but there is hope as well. The new generation of humans, the children who were born in the shadow of the war, look up to the stars with awe and ambition. They have witnessed the legacy left by the warriors who came before them, and they understand that they are now part of something greater than themselves. The stars, once a symbol of fear, are now a symbol of opportunity. They represent not just the unknown, but the future that humanity will shape. The camera lingers on a group of young children staring up at the sky. They talk about the stories they've heard of the battle, of Bonner and his team, and of the warriors who saved Earth. As they gaze up, there is a sense of pride, a feeling that humanity is destined for something more. They know that their world, once on the brink of destruction, is now poised to lead. Humanity's victory has cost them dearly, but it has also shaped them into something greater. The galaxy may tremble at their power, but it will also fear the heart of a human warrior. Because humanity has proven that they will never back down, no matter the odds. They have shown that, when pushed to the edge, they can rise up and become something unstoppable.